All right, well, that'll probably work better if I actually turn the mic on. All right, so hello and welcome all. So, bear with me a moment, just trying to get the word out through Facebook. Always a little bit of a venture to try to get this thing going. Kind of wish it would let you just do like multiple pages all at once when you try to share something, but doesn't look like it'll be that easy. Where's A? Skewed view. Thank you for the nice hello. All right, so sorry for the little bit of quietness here. Just trying to get all the stuff going. One more group and then I'm done. No, it was. There we go. All right, I think that's it. Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me well. If you got any audio issues, by all means, let me know in the chat. We'll get this thing going here. All right, so kind of the rough plan of what I was thinking of doing tonight, besides taking any requests for the new updated Delta that has the nice Ultra Bass on it now. Uh, Figured the next real one to get up and running now that I got the new Y carriage plate for the E10. Go ahead and get that installed and see if we can't get her up and running tonight. And then hopefully that doesn't take too long to where we can hopefully go ahead and start working on the Chonksy now that I got a correct soldering iron that works. So um, I got the bed fixed, so it's wired for 24 volt now. So maybe we can get that going, and maybe we need to print a new hot end piece so we can get that going. Because honestly, I took that one off. Um, so yeah. Uh, if you got any suggestions for a Tronxy X5S for the hot end, preferably would like to stay with the factory micro Swiss, only because it works. Um, that and I don't really have another E3D clone that I can throw on there. I already put it on the E10 and my now partially disassembled A8 because I found out that the Y rods are kind of bowed out. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I had on the agenda tonight. So let's see. Let's go ahead and yeah, we'll make the E10 go ahead and be that front and center. So if you see in the bottom left, you know what? Let me go ahead and just add some pieces in here. Now we want turn. This would be number 3. Yikes. Okay, there we go. Use Google font. Uh, size 10. So be the KLP color. Oh, let's go with the blue. Alright, so I don't know what in the world is going on here. Does it need to go down? That's weird. I don't know why it's not. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. You gotta pick a text font. Oh, man. Alright, so we can resize this bad boy. Ooh. Yeah, that name doesn't. That font looks like garbage. Alright. Font regular, font size 12. I don't want it vertical. 9. That looks horrible too. What is going on with these fonts? No, not Elegrian. Broadway. No, 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 not Broadway. Century Gothic. Why does the font just look horrible? That is just unreal. Sure. Yeah, because I don't have an opener here. It should be, yeah, the same wine bottle opener that's in the thing. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna probably just scrap that for now. Printer name 3, yeah. Okay, so anyway, bottom left right now is the Anycubic Castle Linear Plus, which is open for print suggestions. And then the top one that's moving, kind of shuddering, that's the Anet that's also not working right at the moment. The middle blank spot is for the Tronxy, which I gotta find where I put the video camera for it, but then again, we're gonna need to, hopefully we have time to help finish building that one. And then right there in front of you is the E10. So I guess we will just go ahead and get started with putting that thing together. All right, hopefully my chat is working like it's supposed to, but it doesn't quite look like it. voting on. Let's do permission. Okay, so option one. See how well this works. Okay. You can no longer vote on anything. All right, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, got it. Got it. Thanks for the notification. Okay, so hopefully y'all can hear me okay, and we're gonna get started on, like I said, installing this E10 new Y carriage that I've ordered, and see if we can get this thing printing. And if you have any votes on what kind of hot end cooling like whole motif to go for the Tronxy X5S, preferably with the factory equipment, like the Micro Swiss and the little mini radial fan. That would be preferred just because I don't want to have to rewire everything kind of at last minute. But I guess if need be, we can work on that too. Um, but I'm open for suggestions, and then we'll put it up for kind of a poll, and if we need to, we'll go ahead and print what we need out. All right, let's get this connected. I do run all my printers off of Octoprint. If you don't, um, I mean, I guess that's cool, but I just find it easier to run it that way. Sorry. All right, come on, connect. Oh, help if I connect the USB cable to the Octoprint. Forgot I took it apart for a bit to do some other work. Had to make room on this back desk, and I forgot to wire it back in. Okay, now let's hit connect. And there we go. All right. We gotta raise the Z, and I don't like doing it manually. It's just more of a pain. All right, we'll go 100. Yep, there it goes. Let me get my head out of the way. All right, so yeah, right there, and the back. I'm gonna get that carriage out of the way so we can start working on the other half of it. All right. And if you're in the stream, hopefully you guys can chat. Hopefully it's not causing any issues here. I wonder why that thing still hasn't started. Interesting. All right. And just in case anybody has questions, so I got this nice Y carriage, solid, and it's from Gulfstreams, and I'll put a link in description below. But it is a solid 3 mm thick. Got all the holes lined out. One's machined that need to be machined. See if we can. Oop. See if we can get that. Yep. And as you can see down here, I've also got a MOSFET ready. I'm gonna put that in. But because I gotta take the control board out and do all that jazz, we may do that later. I'd like to at least just get factory parts working with this new bed. Hopefully this Boeing will come to a screeching halt, because I'm getting tired of every 2 seconds redoing the level and then finding out that the metal itself was bowing out and can't get it line up like it's supposed to. And so much extra work. Alright. And yes, in case you're wondering as you're looking, I did already convert this to have an ultra bass. I did sacrifice 50 millimeters on the y-axis overall, 25 each side, due to the shortness of the Anet E10 style ultra bass. But I got it on the $1 giveaway, little special that they ran. So, I don't print anything super huge, so might as well. Might as well put something only $1 worth and get a really good print surface. Alright, where is the screwdriver? There it is. And I would set the thing up for like song requests in the background. They'd all play from YouTube music, but haven't quite got around to configuring that piece, because honestly, nobody's even requested a song. So, Alright, take out the. If any of you have an E10 that doesn't have this mod, you definitely need to get it. Make sure I can get this focused in camera. So on the bottom of the Y carriage, it's hard to see, but it's a belts. There we go. Hopefully that'll come out all right. But basically the belt rides right in here in this track and then catches on it so that it keeps it by having that firm structure like that. You've got the screws that go all the way through so they don't get bent and throw off your level and or the Y tension and all that jazz. So I find that seems to work really well. And let's get this back on to the new. All right. Well, let me. Yep. So that's already installed. That's mostly in place. Go ahead and get these going. Well, that's no good. All right. Well, glad I looked at that. So with the way the factory Y brace right here, it already taps the plate. So it won't allow it to go all the way forward, so we'd be losing even more on the bed. So let's flip this bad boy around. See how that changes things. Make sure we didn't overshoot and not get enough room on the back end. That's where the end stop is, and that'd be, I think, even worse, really. All right, let's see. So I'll go all the way that way. Man, I just cannot win tonight. So that's gonna prevent that. Well, I mean, that allows us to go, yeah, all the way there. But it will not allow. Goes back and hits the motor spindle, or the motor shaft. And it's like, I think this is a 3mm plate, so it's like a millimeter and almost millimeter and a half too tall. Alright, well, that was a fun adventure. Okay. Looks like we are going to have to find a spacer. Hold on a second. Come on. There we go. Okay. We will open up for Thingiverse. We will open up for Thingiverse. We will open up for Thingiverse. All right. Let's see. We will open up for Thingiverse. Why? All right. Let's see. We will open up my carriage. Spacer. All right. Let's see. We will open up my carriage. Spacer. All right. Let's see. We will open up my carriage. Spacer. Love how Thingiverse like doesn't even really show you anything that you're asking for. Of course, I could just be retarded when I'm trying to put in the search terms here. Love how Thingiverse like doesn't even really show you anything that you're asking for. Of course, I could just be retarded when I'm trying to put in the search terms here. Love how Thingiverse like doesn't even really show you anything that you're asking for. Of course, I could just be retarded when I'm trying to put in the search terms here. Love how Thingiverse like doesn't even really show you anything that you're asking for. Is this thing like really just I could just be repeating what I'm saying now? Trying to put in gonna really irritate me. Search terms here. Love how Thingiverse like doesn't even really show you anything that you're asking for. Is this thing like really just I could just be repeating what I'm saying now? Trying to put in gonna really irritate me. Search terms here. Love how Thingiverse like doesn't even
All right.
really show you anything
Let's
that you're
see.
asking for. Okay, see, A8Y. Let's just do A8Y. See if that comes up with anything. We need to look at doing one of these too for my ANET. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and just save it now. Come on, save. There you go. I don't need it full screen. Okay. Bearing all in one. No. Maybe that's what I should just search for. ANET Y bearing. Okay. Well, if anybody's got any suggestions, by all means, come shoot them over.
Greetings.
Is this thing like really just, I could just be
repeating
retarded
what I'm
when I'm
saying
trying
now.
to
Put
it's
in
gonna
the
really irritate me. Search terms here. Y camp plate upgrade. I don't have the IGUS on
upgrade.
the E10. I don't have the IGUS on
upgrade.
the E10. I don't have the just doing a quick
IGUS
mic
on
check if everybody
upgrade.
can hear me. The E10. Just making sure I'm coming in clear. I don't have the just doing a quick
IGUS
mic
on
check if everybody
upgrade.
can hear me. The E10. Just making sure I'm coming in clear. I don't have the
Just
doing a quick
mics
mic
on
check if everybody
green.
can hear me. E10. Just making sure I'm coming in clear. I don't have the
Just
doing a quick
mics
mic
on
check if everybody
green.
can hear me. E10. Just making sure I'm coming in clear. I don't have the doing a
Okay,
quick
Bubba,
mic
how's it
check
going for
if
you?
everybody can hear me. E10. Just making sure
I
I'm coming
haven't
in
lit
clear.
up the candle today.
I don't have the doing a
Okay,
quick
Bubba,
mic
how's it
check
going
if
for you?
everybody can hear
It's
me.
not. It's
E10.
just Velcro on it, honey.
Just
Because
making
I
sure I'm
burned it
coming
the
in
other
clear.
day, but I haven't lit it
I
up
don't
today.
have
Actually,
the
can you ask
doing a
mommy
quick
for
mic
the
check if
lighter?
everybody can hear
It's
me.
not. It's
E10.
just Velcro on it, honey.
Just
Because
making
I
sure I'm
burned it
coming
the
in
other
clear.
day, but I haven't lit it
I
up
don't
today. Okay, but I don't need that right now. I need a lighter or something to light the candle, you weirdo. Doubt that has anything I need, but all right. Well, that doesn't even owner didn't even like build it, so I don't know even where that would go. I don't think that's even it. All right, well, that doesn't help. Spacer. You gotta push the release, and then you can do it again. Nope, do it again. Push it. You gotta click it until it starts. Don't just hold the button. You're just wasting fuel. There it goes. Gotta get it out. Turn off the fan first. There you go. Now go ahead. Oh, gotta get the yellow part of the flame on the candle. There you go. But you gotta hold it steady, honey. Go. There you go. Thank you. All right. Okay, I will. All right, don't forget your car. Yep, chomper car. All right, dog. Cool, Bubba. All right. Ooh, ooh. Is that it? You going in or out, dog? You can be in here. I just want to know. Hi. Not getting enough attention. Okay, so guess let's like it, collect it in the upgrades, and download.
Why? You don't want to be in here anymore, dog, huh, dog? All right, go ahead. Bye. Sorry about that. Dog didn't want to, apparently want to hang out with me. All right, let's get Kira fired up.
Greetings.
A little bit delayed on the phone, but you know, hey. Okay, Kira finally came up. Oh, nice. Of course, we get a reset to factory defaults. All right, so I guess is Kira gonna reopen? All right, so uneventful for you guys. All right, understand and agree. Ugh, I gotta set up the printer all over again. That is garbage. Okay, Delta bot. Even though that's not what it is. Okay, so nope. Point 0.4. I mean, why do you have a code like that? That just doesn't make sense. I mean, you should just put it as a drop down. That should be a drop down too. Slice automatically, fine. gonna be horrible. Wonder if I can still import that one that I had. Install. Where's slicer? Oh, no, 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 no. Calibrations. That's right. Carrot profiles. Here, plus. Custom. Alright, where's configure? I need it dark. Come on. Really? Okay. Let's see what this Y clamp looks like. Nope. Y attachment. Nope. Nope. All right, so that file didn't have it. Awesome. That was a waste of time. Do do do. All right, auto connect on launch. Is that what it's supposed to be? Ugh, hate not knowing how all this stuff works. Oh, just activate. Oh, awkward. I don't know if that's gonna work either. Oh well.
Okay. Well, anybody got other suggestions to what we should either print, or they got an idea where to get um, the Y spray spacer for the bearing block? Make sure that it's offset enough. So I'm no good at designing. I'm really not. All right. So once again, there is that piece. What does Thingiverse man? Maybe somebody already did this too. Yeah, I was looking, Rover, but I don't see anything that like really makes sense. Maybe it's just my searching terms. I don't know. We'll go back because I thought this guy had it based off his picture right here. I thought he had those in his file, but he didn't end up actually having it. Maybe I should. Oh, yeah, there it is. Use a spacer. Or I feel like an idiot. All right, download the file. Get Kira back up. Spacer file. What did he say that we need? Scale in Z direction to your needs. That's it. That's all you're gonna give me. What did he say? Anything else? Currently 10 millimeters thick. Scale in the Z direction for your needs. Oh, I got it. I got it. So I need. No. Where did they put the toolbox? Yeah, let's install the auto orientation. I have to restart. Man, if it's not one thing, it's another. So we only need like, let's just do 3 millimeter.
All right. Well, S3D says that that will take an hour to print. Okay, well, at least we're getting somewhere. We'll do the causal. Yeah, we'll do the causal. And we'll connect and get this thing printing. Well, sorry for the delay, guys. I didn't realize that. Probably should have done a test fit before I did the live stream, but hey, that's what happens, right? We will get. Oh, gotta turn the printer on. Get them awesome blue out of the way here. Probably getting a bit too moist. Being in this room like that. All right, so let's put some black. Oh, hold on. Thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready. All right, about to get this black loaded in here so we can go ahead and print our spacers. All right, let's fire this up. I just got a replacement fan for this Delta, but for some reason it's not coming on. Okay, fan 0 is the back, fan 2 should be right there. So why? Fan 2 should be on always. Did I not push it in all the way? Well, it's there. I'm just trying. Fan 1. I'm mad if they sent me a bad replacement fan.
All right, well, we'll try that. Maybe it just, I don't know. Ah, so I had completely the wrong settings in my simplified 3D. So instead of an hour, it's only going to take 38 minutes. So get that going here. I noticed because I went to fire it up and temperature was all wrong. Okay. Save that job. Yes. And of course, the one time that I need to print, now it doesn't want to register that I sent a print job. Octoprint normally doesn't have this issue. It's only because I'm on a live stream, of course. That's why it's going to have an issue. Okay, let's save. There we go. All right. There we go. There's the right temperatures. All right. That was really weird. But thanks for hanging out and during the craziness of a live stream of why things don't work. Happens, I guess.
Y'all didn't just see that. All right. All right. Temperature is 164 out of 220 and should be starting here in just a minute. Then we'll go on to the next thing. All right. So I already posted to them. And here we go. Oh, why isn't it showing? Oh, that's no fun. Hold on. Let's see what's going on with the console. Why? There it goes. That was weird. Now, if I could just get that autofocus to not be autofocusing, I'd be a lot happier. Keep trying to turn it off, but never wants to. Well, at least the fan is working again. I guess it just doesn't run all the time. But that's good, at least it works. Gonna get mad if it didn't. Some of that residue that's coming off on the print that I see, that's from me printing the PET G earlier. I don't know why it's sticking to the nozzle quite so bad, or I'm not exactly sure. I got it in the dryer right there, the food dehydrator, so I'll give it another go later. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. It's really like gummy as it went across the surface. I kept raising the temperature. Started at 235, got all the way to 250. The bed was at 80, and I mean the first layer just like I don't know. It looked like garbage. Here, I'll even grab a print from earlier. So I did this bowl earlier, and I mean it's translucent PET G, and I mean if you see, I mean it looks It looks pretty good until you look at the bottom. And I even got a, here's the inside. There we go. I even got a burn spot right there. It like it just gummed up in the print, and I mean it just I don't know what was going on. Of course, something's with this model too, because I don't know if you can see like right here for whatever reason on these lower layers, it decided it didn't want to do vase mode. It was going to do standard. So on the inside, on all four, it like it kept trying to travel to all the different points, and it made it look like garbage. But the upper half, it's nice, semi-transparent. I mean, like for real. Let me get the camera. I mean, you can see my finger fairly decent through it, but I don't know. So if anybody's got a good PetG Simplify 3D profile, I wouldn't mind borrowing it to kind of get some good baseline. I know my retraction's probably off like crazy. I know you're not really supposed to retract a lot with this stuff, but still, I mean, with this upper half coming out this good and the lower half being that much garbage, I know something is wrong. I just don't know what. I've only got like 2 rolls of PetG. I mainly print just PLA, so I guess it is what it is.
I think it was the lavender with it, but I didn't apparently mix the material long enough. So I got this freaking rubbery effect. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Yeah, I said hi earlier before you started streaming. I'm sorry, I just got so tied up with this shit. I didn't have a chance to get back over there. Just trying to get this casting stuff down. I mean, the mold making for it went down good to begin with because my sister come over here and gave me some tips. The rest is I'm just kind of winging it. Because anybody that watches our channel knows I'm all about let it ride. Let's roll with it.
Just in case, I'm also watching one of the other guys, so I didn't realize that the desktop
And
audio is
Mandy
going
is
through.
out. My sister's out working on an Amazon Prime TV show right now.
Come on in.
And then Monday they got a shootout on the show. She's really stoked about that one. She just got her one of those little, I think it was a 2-gallon. She got the pump spray and she rigged it up
Okay.
for all the
You just
fake
wanted to
blood.
say good night. Okay. Love you too.
Definitely, we're working on a Good Morning
I'm saying
Guard
good night too, baby girl.
collaboration right now. You definitely check her out if you haven't yet. It's Amanda Rose Artistry. Look for the latest one. I've talked to her. There's another company out there with that same name. So I don't know what she's gonna do about that. All right, here's my favorite Megadeth song. I like to get on stream sometime from both my accounts and talk back and forth, and I've always thought of this song when I do it. Meet the real me. I miss this way of life. Got black past is mine. Most valued possession. Hindsight is always 120. The back is still a bit fuzzy. Rejection. Anxiety taking me, my hair is getting troubles for things I haven't got to yet.
Well, everybody, I do apologize. I
thought I turned off the desktop audio so it wouldn't capture the other screen of audio, but apparently it doesn't like doing that like that. Night, Bubba. I am. I'm doing my live stream, baby. I'm sending all my stuff out for people to watch, kind of like I was watching this guy for a minute. Huh? No, I'm looking at his channel while I was waiting for this thing to finish printing. I just I've got to print spacer blocks for that printer because the plate is hitting. Night, Bubba. Well, dog, if you don't want to hang out with me, I mean, you don't have to. Then go. My dog is crazy. Anyway, sorry, I just saw a contest that can start winning some 5 free spools of filament. That'd be pretty awesome. And them deltas move fast. I don't even have it going, but like 70. I mean, so chat's not too busy. Anybody got anything they want to chat about? Got questions on? Just want to hang out while I print stuff? Hmm. I'm gonna have to raise the temp up on this one. This one's apparently I can't do 50 on the stock, or now that I went to the upgraded plate. Oh, thanks for the subscription. Awesome. Donald Merrill. Thanks. If you guys have any suggestions on other things you guys like to see or have me print, I mean, once these get done here, I don't know why it's saying it's almost halfway done and got 26 more minutes. It's only been running for 20 minutes, but uh, what are you printing and what material? Well, Donald, I'm actually printing some bearing block spacers for the E10 because we ran into a problem with the carriage plate. And it's right now just printing out a PLA because it's so far down below the carriage plate, but just to make sure that I've actually got it the right spacing. And then I guess if need be, I can always reprint something else. But yeah, just PLA for now. Let's see if that helps a bit with the temperature. Nah, I'm good. Love you too. Well, if you guys need any extra A8 older parts, I got a bin of them. Selling them cheap. Basically free as long as you cover shipping. I'll send you what I got. Oh,
we'll go through the bag of goodies here. So I've got. Let me do. Um, Need to get a different scene transition here. Nope, that's just the printer. I'll go back there. All right. Well, I got a cable chain. It's currently for the Y right side of the Anet. I got some leftover pieces of an X chain. Um, I took all of it off because I'm actually redesigning my A8 to be more like the Prusa style. I've got a black connector for that Y side um, chain. Let's see if I might be able to get this to fit, but it's the Hurricane type mount that'll go on a micro Swiss. I was gonna print it out for my Tronxy, but I printed out the wrong type of fan block at the top. I have a different kind of the actual Hurricane mount. Just needs the inside piece. Mine snapped when I was trying to put it on. I was a little too forceful. I'm gonna try to run this on the Tronxy since it's got the spacing for the factory fan. I'm gonna try that. So that one's really not up for grabs. Here's another clear adapter, or mostly clear, um, for the Y. There's the bed strain relief. This should be the Pet Fang, or however you PST Fang. I'm not even sure how it's gone, but that's one of the inside pieces. There was the first gen Pet G printed cover for the E10, but I'm told that it'll also work with CR10 and the E12 and one of the other ones, but it's printed in Pet G black. Worked great. I just upgraded to a E3D though, so I obviously don't need it anymore. No, I don't know if I'd even sacrifice anybody to go through that. It's supposed to be a semi-round for the Causal Delta that's in the background right now, or the main screen. I printed that, but I mean, layer lines look like garbage. I think it was just a model, but I'm not gonna have anybody suffer through that. Let's see. Got all my old bed leveling supersized knobs that I had for the Tronxy, but it will work on CR10 or any of them that can take that. See. I don't think I have anything of generic size to scale it against. Oh, there we go. So there's a standard Bic lighter. So got 6 of those wheels. Have a extra extruder mount that can go on a 2020 frame. This is probably about the 5th or 6th version that I'd printed. I had one of my friends kind of help me notch out some of the centerpiece, and then I went with a final version. It still works. It just wasn't working the way I wanted it to, and I'm a little picky, so ended up getting a couple of those. I need to reprint my bullet bill. I gotten that far. The outside piece cracked, so I got the whole base. It's the Bonsai Bill version, but I need to finish him for the kids. There's some Anet A8 little button spacers. I moved my whole screen, so I didn't need that anymore. There's the factory Causal Delta fan cooler, or the part cooler. It's the factory one they gave me. I'm running something else now. Oh, look, there's a Raspberry Pi bottom
connector for a 2020 frame. Mount block for Tronxy X5S. So you can put E3D on there. Some top T frame braces for the Anet. I reprinted them in white, so my gray ones are now completely extra. Let's see what else. I printed up this whole Anet E3D holder. I got the parts all in here. They're all intermixed. I got that. That's that first generation reprint of the big Tronxy wheel, but this one just didn't come out right. I was trying to get it with the little where it's raised right here in the center so it's not flat like the other ones, and the outside is just it's rough. I don't like the feel of it. I like the original ones that I printed. I won't make anybody suffer through that. Oh, here's my my Delta circle round connector. I did that, and then I figured I couldn't use my auto level probe, so I had to swap that one out. I really liked this version of the wheel, even though it's smaller. It's got a nice smooth feel. It's got a good lift, but I got to reprint it for whatever reason. That's when all my issues with the bed started. And I mean, this thing I had to do a raft, and then the raft didn't want to take apart. Very, very frustrating day when that happened. Bunch of just odds and ends and pieces in here that I've kept. Didn't really have the heart to throw it away. This is one of my first the 3 bearing block for the Anet for the back. So you just put your IGUS bearing in there and then zip tie it through the holes that it has, the little cutouts. And then it's also got your belt paralyzer in there to get a nice good connection. And then it was printed on my first glass bed with PEI. So it's got that mirror finish on it. I really like this part, but again, it doesn't go with what I'm trying to do anyway, so. But yeah, that's all the parts. So if anybody's interested in anything, just message me and I'll, like I said, I pretty much give them to you for free. Just cover shipping and whatever I can fit in the box, you can have. We'll do the cheapest way possible. Just, send me the info. I'll figure out how to get everything I can into whatever parts that you guys want and put it in the box and find the cheapest way of sending it to you. I want to try to get these calibrated and I'm almost there. I got all the steps, I just got to get to it, but I want to start being able to help give back to the community by starting to print out some things. Wow, my mic is really high. I apologize. Let me get this out of the way just a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I want to give back to the community, start printing up some orders for people of some of the parts they need, um, and basically just do it for shipping. And then any donation above that would be great to offset the cost, but I know I go through a lot of test pieces. I seem to almost be like a beta tester for everybody, which is fine. It doesn't matter to me. I have fun. It can be frustrating at times, but it's a printer. I mean, I'm still just amazed by this technology, even after 2 years of doing this. Is just pretty cool, especially like that Delta. I mean, to have 3 separate motors and it dance around and still keep a level plane, that's so cool. how much longer? 6 minutes. Ugh, it's gonna be the longest 6 minutes ever. First of four top layers, and that thing looked nice. Filled in that hole pretty quick. All right. Oh, making my screen freak out here. Which do you prefer, the Delta or regular XYZ? You know, Robert, they each have their own little things. For like parts that could come loose with the rocking motion of the XY normal, or the Y carriage moving. Um, in those parts, I'd prefer a Delta or my Core XY. Even though it's off right now, when I had it up and running, I mean, I was printing at 120, almost 130, and it didn't rock the parts at all. I mean, once I had of course, the bed wasn't like great, so I had my high-low spots. But once I found the right spot of the bed that worked, by the fact that the Z slowly moves down and everything else, X and Y were, stationary, kind of like a Delta kind of is. Um, by not having the plate move other in a downward direction, or in this, everything moving in an upward direction, so it's not rocking something, I think is better than regular Cartesian. But if you're looking at just a generic part that's got a good solid base, it's really a toss up. They all kind of have their own things. I think the Delta can sometimes get a little bit higher resolution just because of the schematics, the way they work. But then again, I guess if you get it dialed in, any printer can print really well. It just You just got to take into consideration what moves on the printer itself and versus what model you have. When I was printing lithophanes on the, I think that's how you say it, on the A8, uh, I noticed that my first few were right in line with the X carriage, and it looked horrible because it was rocking it back and forth, and it was turning it like a fan. Even though it's only got a small movement, it's still just enough to vibrate it. So when I turned it and made it go, parallel, so when the Y carriage was moving it, it was staying that way and it wasn't rocking. I got a lot better resolution. Of course, that's only when I had that one printer. My Tronxy Core XY kind of had some issues by me, and I kind of damaged things because I was going a little too zealous with upgrades, and yeah, I bent the bed. Of course, the bed wasn't great to begin with, but I made it worse, so I had to wait for all these replacement parts and everything else, and now I'm finally getting to the point where I can put it back together.
The Delta has, other than my initial setup issue where I forgot to take out the plugs for the linear rails, once I figured that out and unlocked it, I've had no issues with this thing other than the factory sticker on the bed got chewed up, which is why now it has an ultra base that I actually just got today, installed today. So, but before then it was working great. But yeah, hope that answered your question. I'm sorry, I kind of ramble. All right, well, we've got, says less than a minute, 97%. We will see how that works. Do you not want to be in this room, dog? Okay. Sorry, I hope I don't get in trouble for taking a drink on stream. Here's a bigger one that you guys can't see what it is. Hopefully that make it better. All right. That is done. Give it a minute to cool. All right, well, I guess as soon as I pull that off and we try to get this carriage going, in the meantime, I guess I would take requests for anything else on the console here, but I mean, or Delta or whatever you want to call it, but I don't know if that would be a good idea, just in case these parts don't fit or I don't have the right screws, then we would kind of waste time. But I guess if they don't have the right screws and I can't install it, we can always just go print something else. So if you have any suggestions, I guess just throw it in the chat and we'll take a look. This is the one thing I really like about this Ultra Base is that brim came right off, no issues. Throw it in the trash there, and then all the parts. All right, let's try to install this. Oh, I guess let me go ahead and there we go. We'll go over here to the. Do you design your own prints? I've dabbled in it. I did a custom spool holder adapter for my console, which I'm not quite finished because I got to move the extruder motor to the top, but kind of cobbled together a couple people's designs for a top mount spool holder. And the one major spool that I use on it, the blue, it's by Robo 3D, and the diameter hole was like I think 38, and everything I had was like for 50. And so I got a couple more adapters that I need to create, hopefully, for all the different spool sizes that I have, which kind of suck, but I don't know why people can't just come up with one set size and be done with it. Kind of like the master spool, but I don't feel like respooling all of my stuff just to get it to fit, but I really like the concept behind it. And I may just print a master spool soon, if I ever get around to it, I guess. Alright, why didn't that line up? That's dropping in too easy. Have to figure that one out in a second. These screws might not be long enough. Well, alright. They're not long enough. Well, that sucks. Alright, well, I guess let's figure out what would be better. Either just a reprint or scrap it and get new screws. This height. And it looks like probably gonna need new screws because that height is just enough. Alright, well, that was kind of a rewiring a monoprice maker select V3 from a Tronxy board to a ramps board. Oh, good luck with that. I heard ramps is supposed to be really good though, so maybe that'll work. I don't know why my bot is truncating your old other message about it's a little smaller than my smallest, but bigger than the largest. Yeah. Monoprice maker select V3. No, I don't want the... Wow, everything's showing up as the V2 only. It's not even showing me a V3. Truncated cone, if it killed it. Yeah. That's what it said it kind of got. They had the caps. I'll have to make sure I edit the chat to not worry about that. Let's see. So is it bigger or is it a lot bigger than the V2 or right about the same price? I mean, not same price, same size? Because even on their website, it's only showing the V2, a Select Plus, Select Mini, and then the Ultimate. Hmm. Well, what print dimensions does it have? That's not bad. Yeah, 220 by 220 is a standard ANET, and now my E10, even though it was a 220 by 270, but the vertical on both of them are 300. Kind of want to get the Ender 3 though. There we go. All right, caps protection is turned off. Sorry about that from earlier. Tronxy board is not GPL compliant, and the board I got would not drive the display. Yeah, that would do it. My X5S board, the little Melzy board that it came with, it's a smaller square one. That one, weirdly enough, came with um, a heavily modified uh, Marlin 1 point, I think it was '06. I don't even think it was the 1.16 even. Um, anyway, it was old. It had a lot of issues, and one of the guys over at Customized 3D helped me out, and I can post his stuff in the channel too. But he, we were able to work out how to flash the board to standard Marlin without um, the USB ASAP or the Arduino Uno because it didn't come with the bootloader burned on it. So he helped me figure out how to do it with just standard USB cable, which was awesome because then I put 1.18 on there and immediately was able to get some really good prints on it straight out. Now I'm looking to do the same thing with 1.19, though now it's got a bootloader, so it's already easy. Um, but I use that same type of concept on the Delta because Anycubic, their factory firmware was garbage. It actually did not, they didn't enable the EEPROM on my version. I heard it's kind of common now, but it wouldn't save any of my Z offsets. I buried that nozzle into the into the bed a few times, and I got so frustrated because I couldn't calibrate the Z offset. Um, so then I turned around and wiped it, did the upgrade to 1.18 through Spike's firmware, and that he had posted step-by-step guide, easy, 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 and it worked perfect first shot. Everything on this board works, and as you see, I mean, I'm able to just crank out prints with no problem. I want to get it to 1.19, though I'm told right now there's not a whole lot of difference between the 1.8 versus the 1.9. And there was a couple of bugs specifically that kind of messed with deltas a little bit, so I don't know if I really want to go down that route since it prints just fine now. So we'll see. I was really surprised though that the exact same board that's in the A8 is also in the E10, and I think it's the same one on the A6 as well. The Anet version 1, uh, or some people say like the 1.5, which it's actually just the version 1 Series 5, I think is how they said it. But either way, yeah, it's pretty interesting that it did that. All right, so I guess I'm gonna see if maybe we can just print, though it won't be installed tonight, um, the other E10 Y tensioner. I wonder if that would allow me to use the bed as is and have it drop just low enough to make it work. See if I can find it again. There it is. Okay, E10. See if I can go ahead and show you guys what I'm looking at. So yeah, I'm wondering if this will actually, this part of it will drop low enough to allow me to use the bed in the forward configuration if it'll go right over top of that edge. I guess let me see if I've already got it downloaded. E10, and this is the Y belt tensioner. Yep, already got it downloaded. Good deal. Takes less time. Alright, so I need the knob, body, and slider. So I've already got them. Let's drop them in. See if they got a. Why can't you ever zoom in on these things? Alright, so this piece needs to rotate. And that should be good there. And this one, I can't tell what direction he had it. This green piece looks like it's horizontal. I can, ooh, Mr. Cranky Face. Of course, can't tell. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, so he had it on its side.
There's the horizontal lines. And they run that way, so he had it on his side. Okay. Uh, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right. Prepare to print. See how long this is gonna take. Hour and 25 minutes. All right. And if you guys ever get a hold of S3D and Octoprint, I would highly suggest doing the cancel object little add-on. Works outstanding. That's what I'm setting up right now, where you just assign each model piece into its own process, and then that way you can cancel at any time if one of them messes up. All right, so yeah, did he say what? 30% infill. Okay, 30%. I may have to reprint this as pet G. We'll see. No knob. 30. Support. Build plate only. Body. 30%. Okay, let's prepare to print. Select all. Hour and 37 minutes. Let's do the customize support. I will remove that one. Those. That one. Those right there. Okay, that looks better. All right, let's get this thing going. All right, there we go. Got it in there, and we will tell it to print. So yeah. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Now that it's got 3 parts, you see it has the current object none, but once it starts going, I can go in here and I've labeled them what 3 pieces there are. If any of them mess up, I could just straight hit cancel, and then it'll just continue with the other parts like it was nothing. It is so awesome and easy. The only thing I wish is that it would almost have like a miniature map right here.
to give you a visual G code representation, so you could click on that and tell it cancel instead. So that like maybe you forget what you named it, or like I tried to do all of the Mark III parts for a Prusa hot end, which is what I was trying to convert the Anet one in because I just liked the style and I think that'd be pretty cool. But I'd filled up the build plate and I couldn't remember what I named what, and it was all kind of a mess. I'm glad I took a snapshot of my slicer before I sent it. That way I could look at it and go, yeah, that part cancel, 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 because there was a couple messed up because I don't have my pet G settings right. But yeah, get that one back over here. All right, well, I guess while that's trying to warm up and print, maybe we can, I don't know, try to get some of this trunk so you reassembled. Oh, that's right. I moved the table here. All right. All right, I'm gonna set the mic down for a second while I rotate this A8 table. Hold on.
get the FlashForge Creator Pro. Oh, nice. Oh, and that is not nice. What is going on with the printer? Oh, awesome. Well, we're just gonna have to cancel that whole job. Wow, that's a mess. Okay. Well, that's fun. Okay. Just wondering what that weird clicking sound was. Alright, yeah, that's no good. Let's go home. Looks like I forgot to clean the nozzle. And the bed. But we'll crank that up to... We'll do 56. That should be better for the bed anyway. Alright. Alright. Wow. I did not realize my nozzle was quite that funkified. Alright. We will try that again. Oop, oop. Gotta get all that debris off the bed now. Oh. Yeah, I need to get that camera fixed. That is going crazy fast for a first layer. Now I kind of understand why this thing was... Did I forget to change something? Speed 70, no. First layer, yeah. Oops. That's better. I just don't know why it's deciding tonight to zoom. It's a little crazy. don't know why that perimeter just does not want to. Let's just cut that bad boy away. Hopefully that's just enough. Printer MacGyver to the rescue. Nope, that's Rover. That's just regular PLA. I don't know why it's deciding to not want to stick very well, but just regular PLA. I swear, it's all only when I'm doing a stream does it like give me all these crazy issues. When I'm here by myself, it prints with none. So I don't I don't know why it's trying to show off when I say, "Oh yeah, these printers work great," and then it does this. There's the Tronxy. Power finally kicked in. All right, so let's drop the bed down. Oh well, first I gotta turn it on. Let's see, did I ever redo? Nope, I sure did not. Gotta redo my plugin. TP link. It's really nice to get these little smart plugs, especially like the TP link. Okay, that was weird. Sorry, just saw an error message as I was trying to reinstall it. But anyway, I've got a TP link on both my Anet and my Tronxy, and it's really nice to be able to um, remote push a button and get the power to come on. And the smart plugs are actually connected enough that I can get my home base assistant because it's also Google and Alexa power or connected. So you can actually get either one to connect to the plug, and you can even tell it from your own home automation system to be able to turn on your printer, which is kind of cool. I used to come into the office area before I moved over here and just told it, hey, turn on my office, and it would turn on my two printers. Of course, this was before I got the third and fourth one. So now I got to get some more plugs so I can remote turn these on. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just gotta set it back up. All right, so we will do. Is it 31?
Oh no. Make sure that turns that one on. Oop, got it configured for the wrong one. All right. That's the one it needs. All right. I got that one going. I don't know why the fan is still going. That's a little crazy. Oh yeah, that's the hot end fan. God, I can't think tonight. All right, so but we're gonna move this down. Well, I thought. Okay. All right, so one of my Z motors isn't running. All right. Guess we'll just turn that thing off so we don't cause any damage. Maybe we'll turn that off. Okay. All right. Guess I'll have to manually move this bed down. Yep. Motor sure is disconnected. I don't know when that happened. That camera's probably gonna fall. Yeah, I might as well just move the camera. Well, you know what? Now that it's free, I wonder.
All right. Well, that's interesting. So it's staying. It's not recentering the bed. Okay. There we go. All right. Go down. Ugh. I always forget that this stupid Tronxy, because the bed goes down, technically that it thinks that is up. Ugh. I need to see about inverting the controls on here because that's a little crazy for me. Origin, axes, Z invert control. Let's crank that up to 500. I'll just do 10 this time to make sure I don't mess anything up. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now when I hit down, it actually goes down. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like these parts will be done before the end of the stream because it says it still needs at least an hour and a half, and I'm only going to be here for probably another 25 minutes or so. But in the meantime, we'll see if we can't get this, do some work on this Tronxy. Maybe see if we can get it going better. There we go. And the bed is level. Cheap way of doing it, but you know, hey. Okay, so this is the actual bent bed. And I'll try to move the camera, hopefully not too awful crazy. But the screw hole here, they didn't cut right. This one, I don't know if it'll focus. It was bent in. This one was not cut right. It's a little off, too far to the outside. But then this one was so big, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, they straight bored it through. I mean, there's no convex piece. I mean, so nothing I threw in there would fit. Plus, it's only a 12 volt bed. And here, I'll go ahead and swap this over. It's only a 12 volt bed. So it took forever for it to actually heat up. So with those issues, I ended up getting them to warranty the bed for me. And then I got a lot better cut holes put in everything. The outside ones are still kind of but I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do with that. But so they did that, and then I wired it up for 24 volt because this one is actually the true. I'll get this over here. It is an actual from Tronxy dual power. So I got the last wire hooked up. And I made it so that this bed I can do either 12 or 24, depending on, I guess, if I have a working power supply or not. I didn't want to get rid of the 12 volt connection off of the board because this solder is a pain to do anything with. So I figure I'll just do that, leave it on there, but wire it so I can do either or, and just know not to use wire 1, and be good to go. So we'll just rotate that bed plate out of the way, and we will get there's our screws, there's our springs, and our screws. Two, three. We have 1, 2, 3. And I guess for now, I need to do the supersize awesome leveling wheels that I was gonna send to you guys. If anybody was wanting to get them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's wheel number 6? Did I not pull them out of the drawer? Where's the other power supply? Apologize if that's a bit loud. Some of this stuff shifts around when you're not paying attention to it. Apparently, I can only do a 5-point leveling system now. Because I don't know where wheel number 6 went. Alright, well. Either way, we'll get this going. Well, if anybody's got any questions, by all means, ask away. Let's tighten up these screws. Maybe we'll just do a 4-point leveling system, at least to get this up and running. So we can always come back and add the other springs and the other screws. But I want to add a big spacer. All right. Well, that part is at least there. Now we just gotta get that unhooked, that unhooked. For that, we're gonna go ahead and raise the bed so we don't damage anything, shock anybody. As you can see, it just got the two wheels on either corners. So just a 4-point for right now, and we'll get the rest of this wired up. May not be right now, because not only do I need to get it high enough, just got to dig out the old bed and all the wiring for that. Actually, you know what? We should just home it. Alright. We'll turn that bad boy off. We don't have to worry about shocking anybody or doing anything. Alright. Well, let's see. Yeah, that one's still waiting on parts. And there's the parts. So they still are saying they have about an hour left. So, yeah. Some fun times. Alright. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need some extra parts on this Tronxy to get everything situated the way I like it. Not just the heap bed, I gotta dig out of here, but getting the brackets nice and tidy. Because, I mean, who likes it to be all just thrown together? Alright. Where does that power cable go? Oh, that's to that other thing. Okay. So I need the heat bed wires go there. Awesome. I forgot that I had connected it to that MOSFET down there. Okay. But at least it's connected to a MOSFET, right? So, where is the screwdriver that I had? There it is. Okay. So, this is kind of the custom electronics case that I made. Basically, I put the Raspberry Pi in this front corner. Don't know if it can, well, hold on. Let me go ahead and get a better light source here. Yeah, that's horrible angle. Apologize for that. Alright, we will change over. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. Alright. So, yeah, custom designed this one, kind of threw it together, but basically there's the factory power supply. There's a PC power supply in there for running the LEDs that I'm going to be putting in, and to power the Raspberry Pi, which I still need a case or topper for. I mean, I've already got the bottom part in there. But in this corner here's for the motherboard. And then in the back there is, let me get around to it. There's the MOSFET for the bed. So I've got to find room, which I'll probably put in this area underneath right before the bed and actually hook in the 24-volt power supply. That way the bed will run off of that and it'll still get its control signal from the motherboard just fine. And then we'll go from there. Of course, I might redesign this whole case, but not sure yet. But it's kind of where I'm at. I'm just gonna disconnect from the MOSFET, undo the original bed wires here, and wire in the new bed, and then we'll see how far we get before next Saturday's live stream. So I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Sorry it wasn't as productive as I was hoping it would be, but you know, it's 3D printing, so it always has some little issues every now and then. But again, thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.